Welcome to the Take a Breather podcast with Eric Almeida and Stacy Eric. This is Tapping Thursday, where we take you through a tapping exercise so you can experience a sampling of EFT and see how it can help you. Please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, like and subscribe our podcast on YouTube. For detailed instructions on how to tap, you can listen to our episode number 2, where we walk you through the description of all the points as well as some of the science behind EFT. This Tapping Thursday is not meant to diagnose or treat any issues. If you have a strong reaction to the tapping, pause the recording and keep tapping until you calm down, and tap more quickly through the points until you feel soothed. The goal is to tap on a general feeling, and this episode is not geared to coping. It's geared to coping rather than deep healing. But we encourage you to record memories or thoughts that come up during the tapping. Then you can tap on your own or work with a practitioner like us. We have a coupon code, BREATHER, if you'd like to work with either one of us on an issue. This week's topic is going to be on issues with food, and Eric is going to take us from here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stacy. So food can certainly be a complicated issue that we all may experience, and it's one of those things that you can't quit cold turkey either. So
I breathe Aryan.
Yeah, hilarious. Just go outside, stand in the sun for a bit, and be like, I'm full.
Sometimes that would be pretty fabulous. Can I just be a plant and photosynthesize instead of having to eat all day? That'd be great.
I hear you there. All right. So Stacy and listeners and viewers as well, take a moment to just sit comfortably in the chair that you're sitting in, put your feet firmly on the ground, close your eyes if you would like, and take some nice deep cleansing breaths. And I just want to bring your attention to your relationship around food, your relationship with the diet that you eat, with your eating habits, how your level of satiation and pleasure in regards to food. And on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being you have no emotional response around food at all, and 10 being you are completely overcome with negative emotions around food. Where do you feel that you are at the moment, Stacy?
I'd say a 4.
A 4. Alrighty. So Stacy will be tapping along with me, and viewers and listeners, please repeat along with Stacy. And we will start at the karate chop point. And repeat after me. Even though I have issues with food,
I have issues with food,
I would like to love and accept myself.
I would like to love and accept myself.
Even though I believe that I can't change my food habits,
I believe I can't change my food habits.
I would like to love and accept the person that I am today.
I would like to love and accept the person that I am today.
Even though
I
have failed so many times with my diet,
I have failed so many times with my diet.
I would like to love and accept who I am.
I would like to love and accept who I am.
All right. Top of the head. Food is very complicated for me.
Food is very complicated for me.
Eyebrow at the bridge of the nose. I just have no self-control.
I just have no self-control.
Side of the eye. I know what I should do, but I just can't.
I know what I should do, but I just can't.
Under the eye. Eating brings me comfort when I feel bad.
Eating brings me comfort when I feel bad.
Upper lip. Once I start eating, I just can't stop.
Once I start eating, I just can't stop.
Lower lip. I have tried every diet and they just don't work.
I've tried every diet and they just don't work.
Collarbone. I hate dieting.
I hate dieting.
Under the arm. I'm tired of eating foods I don't like.
I'm tired of eating foods I don't like.
Inner wrist. The way my body looks upsets me.
The way my body looks upsets me.
Side of the hand. I wish I looked different.
I wish I looked different.
Top of the head. I have made so many mistakes with food.
I've made so many mistakes with food.
Eyebrow at the bridge of the nose. And I wish I could do better.
And I wish I could do better.
Side of the eye. I want more control over food.
I want more control over food.
Under the eye. I want to let this anxiety go.
I want to let this anxiety go.
Upper lip. Food does not have to control me.
Food does not have to control me.
Lower lip. I can have a healthy relationship with food.
I can have a healthy relationship with food.
Collarbone. I will have a healthy relationship with food.
I will have a healthy relationship with food.
Under the arm. It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Inner wrist. It's never too late.
It's never too late.
Side of the hand. I want to believe that this is possible.
I want to believe that this is possible.
All right. Take some nice deep cleansing breaths. And check in with yourself and see how you're feeling. See if any thoughts or memories may have come up for you. And for our listeners and our viewers, please write those down for you to work on those later. And for Stacy, what came up for you, if anything at all?
Yeah. What came up, this is it's a little tangled. Because
Tangled
food,
is fine.
I mean, food, man, it's so tangled, there's so much wrapped around food. What came up was some anger at myself and anger at food, but specifically at sugar. The area that I struggle most is comfort eating with sugar. And in fact, my health is such that I know how really bad it is for me to eat a lot of sugar. It's just really, really bad for me. And so it's the anger that it's so easy to get sugar. Like it's the sugar all around me. And then I have to avoid it it's like a constant, I have to avoid the sugar. I have to avoid the sugar. And then the rebellion that comes in, it's like I've been abstaining for all this time, and now I'm going to eat an entire bag of truffles and feel awful afterwards. But it's that when I do need comfort, I still go to the sugar. And it's such an automatic response. It's such a well-worn groove of, oh, I'm feeling bored, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling, unhappy with myself, I'm feeling unfulfilled, I'm feeling whatever negative emotion, insert negative emotion here, I'll have some sugar. And the worst of it is it works for a while. There's like the feeling of I'm indulging myself, I'm showing myself some love, and then the insulin rush, which is so addictive, in fact, that in fact, I think it's maybe even more for me, since I do manage to avoid it for long periods of time. So when I do get the insulin rush, it's like, woo, I feel great now. So, but it's also an avoidance technique. Like, instead of looking for the root cause of why I'm feeling the way, I just self-medicate with some sugar. So
Absolutely.
all of that and being kind of mad about it and annoyed that it's so hard to find. And being tired and it's easy when you're tired and you're feeling overwhelmed, and when I'm feeling overwhelmed, it's just so much easier to pop truffles in my mouth than to, okay, I have to sit down now and figure out what's really going on and what am I going to do? Like, how else can I support myself? Okay, I'll just have some chocolate. It's just so much simpler, but it's not a good coping strategy. So there you go. How's that for a big pile of stuff to talk about and tap on? I don't know whether it resonates with anyone who's listening. I don't know, but that's my story.
I'm sure there are plenty of people where that resonates with. Yes. Yeah, let's just dive into that. I'm sure
Okay.
there's lots of people listening and watching, being like nodding, being like, "That's me." And maybe, it could be the chocolate, it could be the truffles, that they're inserting whatever it is into that spot for sure.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So once again, we're gonna start tapping at the side of the hand, and everyone repeat after me along with Stacy. So, even though
Even though
I get angry at myself around food,
I get angry at myself around food,
I would like to accept the person that I am today.
I would like to accept the person that I am today.
Even though
Even though
I don't like that I use food for comfort,
I don't like that I use food for comfort,
I would like to love and accept all of who I am.
I'd like to love and accept all of who I am.
Even though
Even though
soothing with food is so tempting,
soothing with food is so tempting,
I would like to love and accept all of my being.
I'd like to love and accept all of my being. Excuse me.
Top of the head. I don't like when I eat for comfort.
I don't like when I eat for comfort.
Eyebrow at the bridge of the nose. And I do my best to eat a healthy diet.
I do my best to eat a healthy diet.
Side of the eye. But there are times where I am just tired.
But there are times when I am just tired.
Under the eye. That I am tired of always eating in a good way.
I'm tired of always eating in a good and healthy way.
Upper lip. And in those moments, I just don't care.
And in those moments, I just don't care.
Lower lip. The chocolate is right there, and I know I'll feel better.
The chocolate is right there, and I know I'll feel better.
Collarbone. But I'll also feel bad for doing it.
But I'll also feel bad for doing it.
Under the arm. And I get angry at myself.
And I get angry at myself.
Inner wrist. I get angry at myself for caving into the temptation.
I get angry at myself for caving into the temptation.
Side of the hand. But there's temptation everywhere.
But there is temptation everywhere.
Top of the head. And that is so frustrating.
And that is so frustrating.
Eyebrow at the bridge of the nose. I'm surrounded by food that I know is not healthy for me.
I'm surrounded by food that I know is not healthy for me.
Side of the eye. But it's just so tasty.
That is just so tasty.
Under the eye. And I do feel better after I eat it.
And I often feel better after I eat it.
Upper lip. But that feeling is very temporary.
But that feeling is very temporary.
Lower lip. And eventually I end up regretting it.
And eventually I end up regretting it.
Collarbone. So I do my best to maintain a healthy diet.
So I do my best to maintain a healthy diet.
Under the arm. But constantly abstaining is frustrating.
But constantly abstaining is frustrating.
Inner wrist. It's frustrating that my body can't handle these foods that I enjoy.
It's frustrating that my body can't handle these foods that I enjoy.
Side of the hand. It's frustrating that my body gets sick from these foods that I enjoy.
It's frustrating that my body gets sick from these foods that I enjoy.
Top of the head. And I would like to find a balance with my diet.
I would like to find a balance with my diet.
Eyebrow. I would like to have a diet that has foods that I really do enjoy.
I would like for my diet to have foods that I really do enjoy.
Side of the eye. Foods that are healthy for me.
Foods that are healthy for me.
Under the eye. Foods that my body can handle well.
Foods that my body can handle well.
Upper lip. And foods that are still satisfying and enjoyable.
Foods that are still satisfying and enjoyable.
Lower lip. And I would like to let this frustration go.
I would like to let this frustration go.
Collarbone. I'd like to be open to the possibility of finding this plan for myself.
I like to be open to the possibility of finding a plan for myself.
Under the arm. I would like to stop being angry with my body for its limitations.
I would like to stop being angry with my body for its limitations.
Inner wrist. I know I will find something.
I know I will find something.
Side of the hand. I trust that I will find something.
I trust that I will find something.
All right. Take some nice deep breaths. How was that for you, Stacy?
It felt really nice. And I also had the thought while I was tapping that, you know, I'm an EFT practitioner, right? It'd be nice to get into a habit of tapping when I feel the craving, and see if I can, and that the tapping may uncover in a much more easeful way. Like I talked about feeling exhausted by, oh, okay, now what's wrong? Why do I need to, why do I need comfort? Just do some tapping and see if something pops up as to what I actually need, and another way to get what I need rather than through food.
Absolutely. And that sentiment is very relatable for many people.
Mm,
Of we all possess the tools to approach something like that emotional response to food in a healthier way.
mm.
But in those moments, it is so difficult to engage and use those tools. I'm not immune to this either. I have the same problem at times. And so, being courteous with oneself, being gentle with oneself, being forgiving of oneself, and, allowing some indulgence in a way that is as healthy as you can make it healthy, we need to find a way to allow ourselves to find that delicate balance. Because if we are too tyrannical with ourselves, we will rebel, and
That's
then
what,
we'll go on a crazy bender.
right. That's when the binging comes in, right?
That's when it's the middle of the night and you're just like, it was a bad day, and it's just like, where's the cake, where's the chocolate, where's the cookies, where's the chips, where's the salt? And you just, all of a sudden an hour goes by, and then you're just like, oh my God, what have I done? And so yeah,
Right.
finding that delicate balance. So
Yes.
awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
Felt great.
Awesome. So thank you, Stacy, for sharing. Thank you, listeners and viewers, for participating. And as always, we'll see you next week.